Hello, everyone, or anyone out there that might be wanting to watch. So, price of silver rebounded some. Well, the big question is, will it hold this rebound or will it slip back again? We never know. Silver price has been unpredictable, and since, in part, it's set by, it's set by contract buying market. It's not set by the actual cost it takes to buy 1 ounce of silver. Premiums on buffaloes have been for $4 to $5 recently. So it's not something that you can't just walk into a coin shop and buy 1 ounce silver round for $20.30 or whatever it was silver settled at Friday, when the market closed. But okay, let's start talking about some of the stuff I got. Well, I went there and I was standing and looking at some coins, and this guy I've talked to 10, 15 times, I don't know. Seen him in there quite a bit. Came in, he had this. I'll show it to you. It's a cardboard slipcover felt box, right? Now, when you open it up, it has spots, which it had two coins in here. It says 1894 to 1994, Consolidated Communications. Not sure if they're still in business. Hard telling. I never heard of this company before, and they were in business 100 years. Well, the inside of this is like a cardboard thing with some kind of felt, or not felt, but cushioning. And it's designed to hold a couple coins in here that were probably in cases. I set that in there and put the Morgan dollar on this side just to show you. Now, they probably had like clear plastic cases holding them in place in this tightly. Or maybe they were bigger coins than these are, or maybe they were tokens. I don't know, but he gave it to me and said I could have it for nothing. So I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. Hard to turn down something that's free. All right. I'll have videos for these going live pretty soon. Won't talk about them a whole lot here, but just to show you what I got. It is a 57 series. What is that? 57B silver certificate with a star, which star notes means that there was something wrong with the print of the sheet. Could be anything, and they decided they're going to redo the print. It does have a blue label on it. Red labels are the ones you really want to find. The guy I work with had some silver certificates that were older than that one is, some of them. And this one's a 35G, which is right there. It's blue labeled too. Washington, D.C. And it's a star note. It's right there. So this one was also on a misprinted sheet. They had to reprint it. Now, I don't really know how many of these they make. They're not super common. I don't think I've ever seen one on a bill in circulation that I ever had. So I don't think they're very common. And you may never ever see one in your bills. Now, I added a few things for my. I'll just show the box. This is my Better Coins and Seated Liberty coins. It's one of the standard 9-inch red box. But we'll go back here and look at the first thing I added today. This one's worn pretty bad. I'll have a video for it later, going live, a short. But it's pretty worn. But it's only $3.50, and I'm of the mind that if I see any of these dimes like this for that kind of price, I'm probably going to just go ahead and buy them, unless I'm totally strapped for cash at the moment, or he's got a whole bunch of them that I might not buy all. I'll go back a little ways. Now, This Standing Liberty quarter, it says fine. It's got a lot of details left on it. There'll be a video for it later too. It's kind of toned up. It's 29D, but you can see, I can get the light to hit it just right. You kind of see some details on the shield interface still, and her knee and leg here is a little bit worn flat. Those are the points on this coin that wear out quickest. Now in extra fine, they start going up a bit, and once you get into AU and uncirculated ones, every one of these in the book is like 150 or higher. They're not cheap. I mean, well, this one was $10 when I bought it. It says very good. Maybe get a little bit of an idea the difference in details. This is a lot more wear, a lot flatter than what that one is than what this one is. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm got them mixed up. I thought I had the 29D out, which says it's fine. This one says very good. This is $9. This was $10. This 29S might be a little bit lower mintage, and it's bought from a different dealer, so the price is different. This one says it's very fine. This one just says fine. Now, when I'm looking at these two side by side, the star right here on the shield, there's more detail on this one than what this one is. So this might be a conservative fine rating. This might be near choice extra fine. But whatever, for $9, I'm going to buy it. Now, let's put these back in some kind of order. And back in the box where they were, just right here. Now, let's look at these two. This says it's very fine. A little bit of the star and the shield in the face have details. It says $11. Very conservative price. This one's AU, and on it you see more of the star on the shield, quite a bit more, and you can see some detail on her face. The leg isn't hardly flattened, kind of make out the knee a little bit. So this was a really nice coin when I saw it. Now the AU, that says $78. So going from very fine, go to extra fine, then you go to AU. Very fine was $11. This particular guy probably would have had 20 on it where I bought this one. Just because he's a little tighter on his prices. This guy just wants to sell coins as quick as possible, because unsold coin don't make you no money. It sits around too long, it just occupies space, and there'll be no money made. Now, this is a no-cent nickel, and the amount of detail left on this is pretty nice. It's kind of dark. This is a V one, no cents. There's no cents on it. So some people took these and gold plated them and tried to pass them off as a $5 coin. And when I was at my coin dealer, he did have one that's gold plated, but it says 5 cents. But this is about what this one would look like if it was gold plated, and might fool somebody into thinking it was a $5 coin when it's just a nickel. It's still a pricey coin because it's in pretty good shape. This one's worn out pretty bad before they plated it, and gold plating on a coin like this doesn't add any value. Now this price, $15, someone was high to think they could get that much money out of a coin worn this bad, and it's a nickel, and not a particularly rare nickel either. You don't see them a whole lot anymore, but they're out there. A lot of them are in people's collections. So we'll put that back in here. So I changed a few coins that were in my better coin box. Took some of these out, but not the quarter, not that one, but not that one either. Dang it, I know I still got some in here. The 90% JFK halves, I had a few of them in there. I stuck them in my other box that has half dollars in them. Now, we'll drop this back approximately where it was. And I think it was here. Maybe not, but it don't matter. Now, this is just a 1954D penny. It's a high grade. Looks pretty good actually. It's got good mint luster spiral on it, as you can see the way the light hit. But I bought this one mainly because this coin holder is different. I ain't seen too many of these, or haven't seen, I should say. Haven't seen very many of these that have a square hole in it. This might have been meant for stamps instead of coins, because most coin holders are all round, because coins are round. Well, most of them. There are some that are kind of square in shape. But we'll put this back in here. Now, I'll put the silver quarter back here with these. Let's go ahead and pull up this neat coin. I really like this one. I want more of them. It's a Philippine 1907, made by United States. It's 1 peso. You got an anvil being struck by a hammer and a volcano in the background. Very bold eagle and shield design on this. It says United States of America because they were, one of our territories that we controlled. Now, World War II, they made some of these some coins for them too, but not this particular design. And they got invaded by Japan, and it's a pretty rough, time for the Philippines during World War II, being occupied. And now, my coin dealer did have some Barber half dollars in a bag, quite a few of them actually, $11.50 a piece for them. But he had them in a bag, and I think he wanted you to buy the whole bag. And the whole bag was like, I want to say $300 or something. So he had quite a few of them in it, somewhere around 300, maybe 400. I don't remember. But still looking to get one of these with another one for hole in it. Because when I bought this, it was only $18. I'm like, you know what? I can't pass up a Morgan dollar, even though it does have a hole, and it is a 21. But for $18, I mean, ones without holes have been running $30-something cheapest. And if it's a little bit better year, they might be $40 or $50, even worn badly. This one ain't worn horribly. It is kind of worn flat though. But I'm gonna buy that for $18 every day of the week. Well, until I run out of money. But anyway, silver price went up this week. Be interesting to see what happens Sunday night when the market opens. And hard telling what way it's going to go. It's went up this week pretty nicely though. It got down to 18 something. I will pull out something you don't see a whole lot of. Out of this Seated Liberty coins. Where's the other one? There it is. These are half dimes. 1857, pretty old. This is half dime on the back. They're smaller than a dime. They weren't called nickels back then, but that's what they were worth. This is 1855 and it has arrows on it. It's actually in decent shape. It's a bit worn, but the details are pretty clear on it. I like half dimes. I want to get more, but they're not very cheap. These two were lower priced than what I usually see them for. $20 and 12. Usually they're $30 or $40 or more. Since I got this box out, this is the first coin I made a video for when I started my channel. It's an 1841 seated dime, pretty old. They just started making seated coins a few years before this one. Someone put $20 on it, but it's worn out bad enough. I don't think anybody would ever really expect to sell this for $20. I don't know how well we're going to get to see the date on this. It's 1841 though. It's like 100 or 180 years old. 181, something like that. And I mean, you go back to the half-dollar ones. I have a half-dollar almost as old. It's 1843. It says it's in good shape. It does have pretty good detail left on it. It's been circulated. I'd like to get some more of these. I want to get a Carson City one. And someone had one for $90, but when I went back and asked him again a few weeks later, he said some guy just retired, had some retirement money, and bought every Carson City coin he had to offer. It's like, okay, I guess I'll just have to wait till the next time. Maybe he'll get more. Yeah, this one, 1855 old mint. Now the front's kind of worn, but I'm thinking if the front was as good as this back, I probably wouldn't be able to get this coin anywhere near this price if the front looked that good. That much detail and that sharpness around the edges and a little detail in the design. That would probably put this around fine, I believe. This side, well, it's kind of worn a lot more than the other side. You can see the date clear, but I mean, it's heavily worn on this side and barely worn on that. I don't know exactly how that happened unless somebody was playing slide coin gambling with this and they always done it more on with this side up than the other side, and it slid across the table or whatever and just took on wear over time. You know, this is pre-Civil War coin. I mean, and it's seen quite a bit of wear and tear. One of my better looking seated Liberty coins in terms of the 50-cent ones anyway. I only have 3 of them right now. Back's kind of dark, but it's got a lot of detail left on it. It's a pretty nice coin, actually. Some details in Liberty on the front. 1860. It too is a pre-Civil War coin. Wasn't very long after this, though, that the Civil War started, and a lot of people died in the war. I'll put this back. Yeah, if anyone has any comments later, maybe they can say what they think silver's going to do next week. And it's kind of hard telling. Never really know. Could go up, could go down, could stay about the same. I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's so much stuff going on in the world these days. Hard telling. And one last little note before I end this one, because I got some stuff to do. Um, Somebody else has promised me a sticker. Said it's in the mail, so I should have. Won't be from him or him. He said these are two pretty cool guys. They usually show up on my live streams and stuff. So, and they sent me these, so I'm kind of happy with them. Actually, AG Stacker 1776 sent me the two other stickers too. So I sent him a little care package, and if you want to see what I sent him, go over to his channel, and he made a video about it. I seen some kind of cool stuff. He seemed to be pretty happy with it. So I'm waiting for another person I sent some stuff to do a video now, because they said they're probably going to. Now, Old Country Coin Collector didn't say he was going to make a video, so I don't think he did. Don't really expect him to. He did, he still shows up though, and he's a cool guy. I like him, at least in talking to him online anyway. In this bag, this is they call a love token. It's a seated Liberty coin with this card on the back. Let's pull it out and get the bag open and the coin to come out. There we go. This side, it's got a hole in it too. This side of the coin doesn't have severe wear. It's an 1877. Hard telling, where this guy served and what he was doing. He could have been on a ship. Could have been the Spanish-American War. Could have been hard telling. Could have been World War I even. And he just happened to have this coin, and he's sitting around. And they've been doing love tokens like this since the Civil War, apparently. This one's too new for that, but I've been sitting there thinking, I'm going to make one of these, and I'm going to show it to my wife when I get home. And I'm going to tell her this is a token of my love, and that I thought about her the whole time I was gone. And, nice sentiment. But these dimes, they start putting United States of America on the front here. They used to have stars. I think I prefer the ones that had stars, the way the design looks, rather than where it says United States of America. Let's see if I can find one that looks pretty good. Yeah, here you go. This one looks real good. And it's a dime, 1852. You can see how it's got the stars around it. Instead of saying United States of America, it says it on the back, and one dime, and a wreath. So they changed the design on the front on the they made these coins for like 50 years, the dimes, quarters, half dollars, and they made half dimes for quite a bit of it. I don't know for sure if they made them for the whole run or not. Haven't looked at the book very closely lately, but sometimes you go to the coin dealer and you have one that's so beat up and torn up that he sells it for a real cheap price, as is, for $2, because it's bent a little, it's damaged, ground on a little bit, and I believe it's had a hole that's been plugged. That's what that looks like to me. Oh, well, when you get it to this side, you can see the hole. But they damaged it, and then, but for $2, I mean, it's pretty rare. I think you can see a bit of the date, enough to know what date it is, because it's still on here, but it's damaged. look up it. I think what we're looking at is an 1850. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. I'm going to turn it and get the light on it. Hold that. And maybe you can see 1850. Maybe you can't. But I believe it's an 1850. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm going to leave it up for people that might have missed it. I saw that there's a few viewers here and there, but no one made any comments. So, that's okay though. I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Might do a live stream tomorrow for a little bit. Anyway, have a good night and see you next time.